And here we have it, guys. This is the Jaguar F-Type R, and in my opinion, for the price it's going here at FTR Performance, it's an absolute winner. So just have a quick walk around. It's here in fire red. You can see we've got the carbon fiber pack everywhere on the alloys, on the side skirts, and over here on the mirrors. Also, something you would have noticed is that it's got this active spoiler, which means when it gets to about 70 miles an hour, it actually goes in this upright position to help with downforce. And when you go just below 50, it goes back down to reduce drag. So moving into the interior, you can see that this car definitely means the business. It is an 8-year-old shape. So the F-Type R was actually created in 2014, but you would not believe that this is actually an 8-year-old shape. Starting off at the top, just here, you've got to have a pan roof. It gives so much more light in the cabin. It's a no-brainer. Moving to the side here on the doors, you can see here we've got loads of electric seat functions. So we've got lumbar support. We've also got the side bolstering as well, which is great. And you've got 3 settings over here in case you're letting any other people drive your car, but I definitely wouldn't be. Moving over here, this is where the fun really happens. So you've got your lovely automatic start-stop, and you ain't going to be stopping anytime soon. You've also got manual settings there for the rear spoiler. You've got an active exhaust button. So when you do go into dynamic by flicking that switch down, you can see the exhaust probably does activate, but if you wanted to drive in comfort and have the exhaust on, you can literally flick that button and you're at the races. You've also got 2 settings here. You've got a dynamic mode and a snow mode, and it's probably going to live in dynamic mode, to be honest. Over here, you can see we're running an automatic gearbox. It does have flappy paddles on the steering wheel as well. We're running an automatic gearbox, which I believe is an 8-speed, and it probably is very similar to the ZF8. So, let's flick this button and turn it into dynamic mode, and there you go. You get a bit of tone from the exhaust, and if we just want to stretch her legs, 3rd gear pull, this thing is absolutely savage. So under the hood, we have a V8 putting out 550 brake horsepower and 680 Newton meters of torque. You can get this in all-wheel drive, but sports car, all-wheel drive, it kind of takes some of the fun out of it, don't you think? Something to note is that when this car came out in 2014, its list price was £90,000. The boys at FTR have got this listed at 40 grand. It's a no-brainer. It competes directly with the 911, and I know the 911's a Porsche, and Porsches are great because they're small and so well balanced, but this is insane. You can also get these in manual, but it's all about this gearbox, and I'm quite sure it is a ZF8, because if we just drop down the gears, very responsive. Let's see how quickly it upshifts. It's instant. It's instant. So a lot of people tend to go for the Porsches because of their beautiful PDK gearbox, but going through the roads here, there is no lag. There's no input lag at all. So in terms of its adaptive suspension, it's spot on. The whole car feels very, very rigid. And for a sports car, that's one of the biggest check boxes you'd want to make sure are ticked. Is the car solid? Does it feel rigid? It doesn't feel harsh, because again, over here, going through the country lanes, we can flick it back into a normal setting, and it's just taking all of these little undulations in the road like a champion. I'm not jittering, I can put my head back and my teeth aren't shattering. I'm not getting sciatica in my legs. Look at that, smooth as. And then again, one flick of the drive select button, back into dynamic, everything goes red on the interior, and it firms up, the steering wheel firms up. We've still got the active wing, because like I said, when you have a car with a wing, it's got to be on there full time. We're not looking for no part-time gangsters here. So, and again, steering weight is spot on going through these roads. It's spot on, and to believe that you can pick this up for 40k, I don't know, wake me up when this dream's over. So for me, the best button in this car is obviously the dynamic button, but it's got to be that exhaust button, because something to note is when you're in comfort, you can have the exhaust open, so you can have comfort steering, softer suspension for when you're on roads like this and you're a tiny bit bouncy. You can just have the exhaust singing and shouting, and if you didn't, back down, and you're fine. So if you did want to take this car on track and they said, hey, my friend, your car is too loud, we're gonna have to take you off the track, you can just press the exhaust button and it gets nice and quiet, so you're not gonna wake up little Miss Daisy Sunday, 7 o'clock. Listen to that. So we've literally just flicked off the DSC just to see how good we can get this car to rotate. And to be honest, I don't even think you need it. It's really, really progressive. So again, 4th gear here, bringing it down to about 40 miles an hour, and it just goes. It's spot on. It really is spot on. The boys at FTR have got an absolute weapon in their dealership. So guys, make sure you go and check them out. I'm going to leave their links in the description, both the Instagram and the website. And they have got quite a few other gems over there, so I might be back up there at some point to test drive a few other babies. If you have enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I will see you in the next one. God bless.